What's up you guys, and welcome to today's video. In this one, I just wanted to play around with some current everyday favorites, nothing really particularly new to the market. I just wanted to show you kind of what I think is a subtle makeup look. You know, it's pretty quick and easy, and it kind of just like accentuates things without being like too overdone. So I thought it would be a fun way to show you kind of a tutorial and look that I haven't really done on my channel yet, but also show you some of my current faves. So let's get into the video. I prepped my face with this combination here. If you want to see me actually apply that, my easy multi-chrome look, I did like a light radiant finish. That's kind of what we're doing today. I just didn't want this video to be too long. I want to do like an easy everyday, kind of like my go-to. This is also great when I don't have time to enjoy the process of makeup. I love makeup and I love putting it on. Like the process of it really gives me enjoyment and relaxation. So if I don't have time to do it, a lot of times I just won't mess with it at all. This is kind of my in-between where like I don't have time, but I can still kind of enjoy the process of it. We're gonna start with my L'Oreal Infallible. I really like foundations that have like a semi-matte, demi-matte, slight radiance. I don't like a lot of dewiness. I really don't. It took me a while to get used to the Flower Beauty one, and I enjoyed that, but you know, I'm not really that eager to go out and try anything with like too much of a radiant finish. It does make you look so youthful. Next is my Maybelline Eraser Corrector Multi-Usage Concealer. I have the shade 121. I'm back on this one. I've been trying the Moira run for a while, and I've also been using the Flower Beauty, and I miss this when I'm not using it. I really like how it blends out, it goes on. I like how it wears. Kind of just did some highlighting. Going back in with my foundation brush and just tapping everything into place. This one is so like no work necessary, so we're basically done with that step already. This is the Soul Cream Bronzer. I have the shade Medium. I'm just gonna tap this very gently, very lightly. Probably should just dab a little bit of this around my hairline since that foundation was kind of light. I still want everything to match my neckline, so I don't want to like over bronze. Like I'm not that tan right now, so. Second putty brush, I have two, one for bronzer and one for blush. I showed you this blush technique before, but I did it over powder and then like did my bronzer and stuff over it to show you like a little bit of a colored flush where you can like change up the color. That was also in the Easy Multi-Chrome look. And I'm just gonna do like this apple of the cheek. Okay, I think that's it for cream products. I could even go in one more time and do some extra sculpting and cleaning up with concealer. The next step, we are going to powder. This is an oldie but a goodie, you guys. This is the Maybelline New York Shine Free Loose Powder. I have the shade Medium, so it does have like a little bit of color to it. I love this product. I think I can get it at my local grocery store. I'm not even sure if CVS or Walmart has it. Do a giant kabuki, and we're just gonna tap into this and then go over, and it has the most blurring, beautiful effect. It mattifies. If you really go crazy, it'll like subtly mattify. You can like tone down without fully mattifying, but for the most part it is pretty mattifying, but it gives you like, you can still see my cheeks still have like a little bit of radiance, but it's like natural looking. This it blurs everything. It's so pretty. If you can find it and they have your shade, because I think they have a translucent one too. I prefer the one with a little bit of color. I just like touching up powder with color. I just think that helps. I'm gonna go in with this Milani Baked Bronzer Soleil. It's like a really interesting color. Let me swatch it. It looks like shimmery, but then once you actually, like the micas break down, you don't see shimmers. It's very warm and toasty. I have a couple in this more like golden blushy color. To me, like blushy. I'm just tapping it in, and we're just kind of gently dusting it. And that's really all we're gonna do. Whatever's left, I'm putting on like along my nose and up along my temple. I'm just adding some color. I'm not trying to look more tan because I'm not tan right now. Again, we want things to match, so just gonna add some color back. If you really wanted to, could contour a little bit. If you have the right shade, contouring is really easy. I think finding the right shade is hard. This one is from like a really old like grunge palette, and so it has like the perfect amount of purple to it. I don't always do that step, but I do like to contour if I have the time. It's just something I enjoy the look of. Okay, so I'm looking through. I think we've done everything. Let's do lips because I'm kind of just tired of looking at my concealer colored lips. I have two things that I do like literally on the daily. They're both Juvia's Place. I have the color Clay, and I have the color Libra, which is really light, and I always use it with a lip liner. So let's do that one first. I'm not trying to overly define. This beautiful creamy nude in the shade Libra. So pretty. So this is basically like an everyday shade for me. Just when I want some like color, but I don't want to be too bold or overdone. That's kind of like what we're doing today. So that's basically it for skin. Let's move on to the eyes. Okay, so here's what we're gonna have going on for the eyes. I've got two NYX Jumbo Sticks, one in the shade French Fries and one in the shade Yogurt. I've got this Milani Anti-Gravity Mascara. I've talked about this before, love this one. Samantha March recommended this one, and I haven't stopped using it since. And then my Flower Beauty Brown Eyeliner. I believe this is called Stormy, Dark and Stormy. Really great brown shade. Zoom in a little bit now that we're doing the eyes here. And I'm just gonna do like a slight flick on the outside of each eye. It just kind of like elongates my eyes and makes them look a little bit bigger to me, in my opinion. And that's really what it's about at the end of the day, is like you feel better in your makeup. So that's what I think that I'm achieving here. And let me show you how. Pat out this creasiness. At this point, I'm just like, it's me. I just crease. Welcome to. And if you see like pictures of my eye looks on Instagram, I mean, I have very deep set creases these days. So just gonna do a flick like that. Slightly elongate the eye. And I like to tap lightly and do like multiple flicks, and this eyeliner is really great for that. This eyeliner is very forgiving. I think it's just like a nice color. So what I also love about it, and I've tried with other felt tip pencils that just, I can't seem to do the same thing. They just kind of bleed out and they're like too inky. This one's just right. It's like right on the inside. So I'm going to also do a little flick on the inside. This is optional. This is just me showing you like how I quickly achieve like a soft glam look or an everyday glam. Just basically where like your teardrop is, I'm just like drawing a line in towards it just to make that teardrop look like more inset and dramatic. Now I'm going to take what I like to call my secret weapon, my makeup secret weapon, and this is Yogurt, and I basically am going to apply this on the inner corner. Go along the inner corner, and I like to go just like up here, and that's it. And you can tap it out if you want to blend. Isn't that pretty? This makes a great base too, so if you wanted to put like a powder highlight in your inner corner over this, it makes such a great base, especially for those like indie sparkly ones. Let's see, I'm going to use just a warm brown eyeshadow and like a pencil brush. Something like this. I'm just going to tap into a warm brown. And this is where you can do any tone you like. You can do a mauve, you can do colorful, you can do warm, you can do cool, you can do deep, you can do mid-tone. So it's really just however dramatic and what kind of color tone you like. I'm going to do this kind of deep warm one. I'm back on warm neutrals. And I'm going to start like where I drew that line and just stay on the bottom of my lash line. And smoke it out. And I'm going all the way under. Okay, so we have something like this going on. I'm going to take the jumbo pencil french fries and I'm going to align the top just along the outside. This is a bit grungy of a product, so you don't want to go overboard if you're trying to go subtle, and I'm just going to gently tap and smear that. You can use a pencil brush as well. Not disturbing the outside, this is just right here I'm working. Same thing on the other side. This is just going to add some definition. And the shimmer on this just is nice. Contrast to the bottom, I think. Let me show you another quick technique. If you didn't already have this going on, you could actually like do under the eyes this or over. You can be like as messy or as clean as you want grunge wise and just smear it out like that. You could set it with powder or not set it with powder, but I think these are great on the go quick things because you can work with them by themselves or you can use them as bases. And I highly recommend these two colors. I used to love the shade Rust too, but I think that is discontinued. I haven't been able to find a replacement. It's like a really pretty red color. Must be hard to like source the pigment or something. Depending on how much time you have, again, you can even use like a bronzer and just like a subtle wash of color down here, like really any level that you want. This is essentially like the formula. But I'm gonna go on the outside and just like intensify just out here and leave this side like that mid-tone. And it almost gives like an even extra smokiness. And if you can tap the top lash just a tiny bit and set that jumbo pencil so you have like more of a smoky effect. So you've got like the pencil bases, you've got just the matte shadows. You could have done none of the above and just done like the flick, and then the inner corner highlight really helped. So it's like a few different techniques. The other thing that I like to do, but I didn't want to do it in this video because I wanted it to be more of like a faster paced put together look, is like a very light liner. I like Honey Dude from ColourPop and put that in the waterline, and that really opens up your eyes. Can make you look very put together quickly. So let's just finish up with some mascara. Isn't that mascara pretty? I'm just gonna go in and just double back over the liquid liner, a felt tip liner line that I did, and just elongate it slightly to redefine that line. And another great thing that I like to do is right here in the inner corner is just go into my bronzer or whatever and just kind of contour this area if you have time, and as a last step. And it really just like go around the natural curve and right into your eyebrow. Leave this area alone. It looks so great. It just really contours the eyes. You can even go under with your bronzer and really finish everything off. So that's it. Okay, let's take off this first lipstick and I want to show you my other everyday lipstick. It's a little bit deeper of a shade. It's so pretty though. It's another Juvia's Place one. Let's see, did I mess that up? It's another Juvia's Place one. I have a few, like my collection is getting bigger and bigger. It's probably one of my favorite like bullet lipstick formulas right now. It's a tie between like Give Beauty and this. So right now the shade Clay, and I've already mushed it and swatched it and overused it, but it has like the prettiest designs and packaging too, but the color is amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you what it looks like before a lip liner. And it's just like a really pretty like burnt terracotta. And I like this to blot. Isn't that pretty? It's like a soft red. So I like it just like that, like blotted out. I also will go in and line it with this ColourPop liner called Love Bug, one of my favorite liners. It's like right in this terracotta color family. Let me just show you what it looks like lined. And this time I will like really accentuate, maybe overline a little bit. So that's with the blot and lip liner. And then oh, so pretty. This is like my favorite color right now. So yeah, here's just like my everyday makeup when I have a little bit of time to enjoy it, but not a whole lot to really get invested. When I want to look glam and put together, but not like overdone. When I just want to look pretty, but don't have the time to really invest and enjoy the makeup process. You could also say that a lot of things that I like, basically everything I use today is like my current faves and my everyday reach fors, and when I want to just achieve an everyday look, those are the products and things I'm reaching for. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.